Hey everyone, sorry I haven't really been recording any videos lately. School's kind of crazy right now, but thought you guys might want to see it, maybe not, but this isn't the deck that I use when I battle at my league, so it's obviously going to need to be updated with the new cards that are out, but here, I'll show you guys what I got. Obviously, cool Pikachu box, retro. Alright, so start out with the energies. I only have 2 psychic energies, and I really just try to hold on to them for my Uxie that I have in there, but that's why there's only 2 psychics. Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 metal. And the reason I don't have a lot of these is because I have a lot of types in my deck that I might need to use a multi-energy for, or rainbow energy, but there's 4 metal energies. I have 2 multi-energies. They're pretty good. I need them for if I run up against where I need to use my Houndoom or my Pachirisu. That's why they're in there, along with the rainbow. I have these 2 special metal energy cards, which take off 10 damage. So if I have 2 of these on, that's 20 damage right there. So it's pretty good. I have the 4 Galactic HQs in my deck. I have 2 Cynthia's Feelings as a supporter card. I think I'm going to get rid of these 2 and put Flint in and replace with Cynthia's Feelings. I think that way I can have 3 energy cards, 1 turn with other Team Galactic card. I have 1 Bebe's Search. This is to get my level X's out. I have 4 Cyrus's Conspiracies. Pretty good. Get all my other supporters and trainers out if I need them. I really don't like having to rely on luck. That's why I have a lot of these cards in my deck. I have 4 Roseannes. Who doesn't have 4 Roseannes in their deck? That's what I would like to know. I have 2 Warp Points. And most of the time when I use a Warp Point, I'll use my Crobats in sync with these. So I basically switch in their weaker Pokemon and then keep my really good Pokemon in. 2 Premier Balls, discard pile for a level X. So basically I can use my level X 3 times because it gets knocked out and then use 2 Premier Balls. Pretty good in my opinion. This is the Luxury Ball. The only reason I really have it is if I need to start drawing cards and I need to draw an Uxie, or I want to get started on my second Dialga, but that's what the Luxury Ball is for. I have 4 Power Sprays. They come in real handy against Claydol teams that like to keep messing around with their deck and keep drawing cards. I have 4 Poketurns. These are really good for keeping my Dialga alive. Or if I want to lay my Crobats down, I can do like 60 damage. Because if I put them down, pick them up, put them down, pick them up, their Poke Power is they do 10 damage to the other Pokemon. So that's pretty good. That's why I have these. Keep my Pokemon alive as long as possible. Here's the energy gain that I was talking about. So if I put Flint in, I can automatically lay down an energy, lay down energy gain, and then lay down Flint. So I can do 3 energy cards in 1 turn. Pretty good if you ask me. I'm going to get my Dialga already doing like its best attack. Alright, Pachirisu is for Palkia decks. It's weak against electricity. That's the only reason it's in here. Here's the 2 Crobats that I love using for their Poke Powers. I get damage off on them. If I have two of them down and then I use my Dialga, it does 70 damage because there's 20 damage on the Pokemon. That's why the Crobats are in there. My Bronzong. This is in here for when I know I'm going to lose a Dialga and I have to start switching energies. His Poke Power. That's what I use it for. It's pretty good. Skunk Tank. I like it's when you poison. If your Pokemon's an SP Pokemon, you can poison, and you have a stadium in play, you poison both players, but since you're SP, it doesn't count against your guy. That's why that's in there. This is for Machamp decks. Oh, no, it's not. Sorry. I screwed up. Not for Machamp decks. This is for Dialga decks, too. He's weak against fire. That's why he's in there, as long with the multi-energies and colorless, all those. That's why he's in there. These two are for the Machamps. The Anticipation kills Machamp's knockout if it's not an evolved Pokemon. That's why these are in here. Pretty good. I have an Azelf, which is basically to look at my prize cards. That's the only reason it's really in here. And to lock up. But other than that. Alright, here's the second to the top in my deck, the Uxies. They're really good for getting 7 cards back in your hand. And I like running the Uxie level X with it. So that's why they're in there. And here's the star player of my deck, Dialga. Most of the time, I will just deafen at the start of the game just to completely control the trainer cards and the stadium cards to get those going. And then, once this guy gets in, his Pokebody, each Pokemon, both yours and your opponent's, excluding Pokemon SP, all my Pokemon are SP except Uxie, can't use Pokebodies. So, really good. And then removal loss, you start getting rid of all their energy cards. So, overall, I enjoy this deck. I know I'm going to need to add to it with the new cards that are coming out, but tell me what you guys think. If you know any improvements that I can make, I'd be more than happy to hear about them. Alright, see you guys later.